Okay folks, welcome to another Why I Love. Now this is a series that I started quite a long time ago, and it's where I play games that I love. Pretty obvious from the title, isn't it? Yeah, and it's for various reasons. The games may not be the best games in the world. In fact, some of the ones that were featured in the past are downright awful. It's games that I personally love for whatever reason. It could be it's a great game, bad game. 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a game that I enjoyed back in the day. It brings back fond memories and what have you. Now in my endeavour to try and put out more videos, I thought what sort of playlist have I not put any videos out for a long time, and this was one of them. So I thought long and hard, what game have I not picked that I should feature? And then it hit me suddenly, Manic Miner. Where did I start with Manic Miner? The first time I became aware of the game was my best mate at the time, who wasn't into computers at all. He'd been down seeing his cousin down in a place called Tamworth, and when I put the computer on, I loaded up a game, and he said, my cousin's got this really mental game called Manic Miner. You've got to try and collect things and get to the end of the level. And I'd never heard of it at that point. Now, being a C64 owner, Manic Miner wasn't one of the games that really stuck out. This was quintessentially a Spectrum game. I mean, it was programmed by the legend that is Mr. Mathew Smith. It was ported to various other 8-bits, the C64 included, and it never really tickled my fancy, so to speak. I mean, I did play it. I never played it. My mate Grant had a Spectrum, and he never played Manic Miner, and I was aware that it was a game that people were talking about, so I did attempt to play the C64 one, but it never really gelled with me. And so other games, much better games as far as technical, advanced, came along, and before I knew it, Manic Miner was consigned to the games that I just simply never played. All that changed when I got into emulation, let me think, the late 90s, and then I got a ZX Spectrum, and I started playing Manic Miner on that, and I love the game. I absolutely love it to bits. I mean, why do I love it? I love it for different reasons. Firstly, it's a really well thought out game. I mean, the imagination that's gone into this game is just second to none. Now, I know Mathew Smith. I've watched numerous interviews with Mathew over the years, and he did admit that there was a game called Miner 2049er, which was a game that came out in the Atari 8-bit. I think it came out in the ColecoVision. It was certainly released for the Commodore 64. Mathew Smith did say that game inspired this, but this game is quintessentially British. You play the part of Miner Willie, and you're stuck in these caverns. I think there's 24 levels in total. I've never come close to completing the game, and you've got to work your way through the levels and collect basically the little flashing things. I mean, in this, it's like a cube or whatever it is you're picking up. You've got to collect all the items, and then the exit will start to flash, and then you can make your way to the exit. But this game, I mean, if kids nowadays think that things like Roblox and Call of Duty and whatever it is they're playing, Halo, if they think these games are difficult, they have not got a clue. You put a 20-something-year-old in front of Manic Miner, and I would bet my mortgage that you could give them 10 goes and they'll not complete a couple of levels. It is that savagely difficult, but it's it's just been put together so well. Each jump, and I'm going to show you what jump. In fact, no, I've already just done it actually. Each level, you've got to navigate it absolutely perfectly to complete it. And so it's a fantastic game. It's super challenging. It really is. The imagination that's gone into it. I mean, here you are. You've got little Pac-Men on, what do they look like? Springs? Pogo sticks? I'm not quite sure. Who knows? You're collecting keys here, but there's all manner of baddies. I mean, the last level you had 2 toilets, and you had a guy called Eugene. Now that was Mathew Smith's sort of tipping his hat, so to speak, to Eugene Evans of Imagine Software. But the game is incredibly fun to play. It's when you complete a level that you've never completed before, the satisfaction you get is absolutely immense. But forgetting all of that, this is a game that is simple in its layout, and it's just fun to play. It takes me back to, happy times. The good old 8-bits. This is what computer games are all about. Nowadays, kids, they want to have super realistic graphics, super realistic sound. They want to have multiplayer and all that kind of stuff. Back in 1983, 1984, when this came out, we were just pleased to play a game like this that was challenging, it was bright, it was vibrant, it was fun to play, it was extremely exasperating, and there you go, you get killed with a Dr. Martin boot. What's not to love? And for these reasons, guys, that is why I love Manic Miner. Epic.